your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
And yes, welcome to the Consumer Quarterback Show, helping you win in any marketplace. We're powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty, and we have a top 100 ranked real estate team here in Tampa Bay, helping sellers sell faster for more money. And we got a great lineup for you today. We've got attorney Millie Athanison going to be on the program. She talks about different types of law, notably personal injury law. She goes into updates as well, the latest out of the legislative session. We'll talk with her about that, and family law as well. We've got Logan Briggs as well from Total Home Roofing. We're going to talk about the roofing industry and some of the job market. There's a lot of data coming out of the job markets here. Here's a Breitbart story. The U.S. economy is still generating lots of jobs despite inflation. We're going to talk about that and more coming up here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. And before we do, we always like to feature our real estate properties live on air, maximizing the exposure for our sellers and helping them sell faster for more money. We got a property at 14 Baywood Drive in Palm Harbor. This is a property that we've got over in Pinellas County. It's a waterfront community, beautiful home here, three-story home, 2,913 square feet. You got 4 bedrooms, 3 bath, just an open floor plan. I love this setup. You got a fireplace in the living room, vaulted ceilings, very spacious feel, wood-burning fireplace as well in the living room, vaulted ceilings. You have a pool and screened-in back porch and a pool, just a gorgeous pool. And then at the end of the road, you have bay access. You've got a private community. Only folks in the community can utilize it, and it's a boat ramp and boat dock. 14 Baywood Drive, Palm Harbor, Florida. Beautiful Pinellas County. One of our listings from the Platinum MVP team. We've got 60 listings with our team, vacant land, commercial properties, and, of course, residential. We've got another one here at 3058 Mildred Drive in Palm Harbor. This is another waterfront property. This is on a canal with access to Lake Tarpon, the largest lake in all of Tampa Bay and Central Florida. 3058 Mildred Drive, Palm Harbor, 1,380 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, located on a spacious corner lot, open concept kitchen with granite countertops, wood accent walls, screened in patio with a pool, and you have a backyard dock on the canal. So bring your boat, bring your jet skis, and enjoy that Florida lifestyle to the fullest. You can see all of our real estate listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com.
Yeah, I'm raising my glass to those saving our ass overseas.
That's right. Thanks to our veterans, our troops, everybody out there keeping us safe. We do offer discounts for veterans, first responders, teachers, nurses, and seniors. So reach out to the hotline, 727-263-3707. 727-263-3707. Online at CQB Show on Instagram, at Brandon Rhymes 1 on Instagram. And quick shout out to our one of our sponsors, Replenish IV Solutions, longtime friends of the Consumer Quarterback Show. I just left their Gandy location and I got juiced up with the vitamin infusion drip. Awesome vitamins going into my bloodstream. Replenish IV Solutions. They've got the Myers cocktail. They've got these different formulations. I asked for a little bit of zinc and C along with the B vitamins in mine this morning. Got a little bit of a cold I kind of feel coming on, so it's nice to get that at least once every 4 to 5 weeks. I go down to Replenish IV Solutions and I have them kind of give me that oil change there. So make sure you let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. You can find them online, replenishivsolutions.com. Steve and Elisa Gunnan, longtime friends of the Consumer Quarterback Show. All right, we got our friend Logan Briggs back in studio, Total Home Roofing. Welcome back, sir.
Hey, what's going on, Brandon? How you doing today?
Awesome. Blessed and highly favored, man.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
Things been good? You've been staying busy out there?
Things are being good. Things have been dry, and things are getting hot. So, yeah, we've been busy roofing, but it's getting hot up on those roofs.
You know, it has been an unseasonably dry spring. I look at the level of the lake, and, you know, when I walk out back in the backyard, that level is low.
Yeah. My community is no different. Like, you're starting to see, like, kind of where, like, it's starting to all brown around the red, like the kind of like the bank of the ponds, and
Yep.
It's getting low and lower and lower and lower every day.
Yeah, it really is. Now, you know, and instead of waiting until that rainy season to look at your roofs, to get those inspections done, what would be your advice around that?
Yeah, I mean, it's been dry. It's been unseasonably dry. I don't know if they've officially called it a drought or not, but I know that the rains are coming. They come every year, and hurricane season will be here again starting June 1st. which will be here before we know it. So
Less than 90 days, I think, right?
Yeah, so we should probably have a countdown going for that.
Yeah.
But what we're seeing is, it's definitely dry, so it's a great time to get your roof done before the rains come. The last thing you want to do is have a leak. Then you've got to do insulation, drywall, paint, electrical, plumbing, whatever it might be that can also get damaged from a roof leak.
Right.
You want to avoid that. So you really want to be proactive. I can't encourage our homeowners enough to be proactive on that.
Now, when it comes to the inspection, is that something that you would charge for, or is that a free inspection?
No, sir. Our roof inspections are 100% completely free. There's no obligation with us. We don't charge you a service fee or anything like that. They're 100% free. We don't spend all day at your house. We're not going to be there for 2 hours. We're going to give you a certain time at 9 o'clock. We're going to be there at 9, and we're going to spend maybe tops 45 minutes to an hour with you, max.
Yeah. Get up on the roof, take a look, make sure there's no issues, check the shingles out, check the, fascia, soffit.
Yeah, we're going to look for any rotted wood. Then we're going to jump on the roof, count your accessories, make sure we have everything that we need to build your roof. We're going to look for any kind of potential storm damage that might have been there, age of the roof, potential areas that might be problems coming up. But then we're going to get down off that roof and we're going to write you up an estimate and kind of go over what the process looks like.
Total Home Roofing here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Logan Briggs in studio with me today. The other thing that I think people may have a concern about is, out of pocket. You offer financing options as well?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, every year, almost every month, the roofs get more and more expensive, whether it's labor charging more or whether it's materials or our distributors charging more. No matter what, that price of the roof keeps going up and up and up. So
Right.
in order to help our homeowners afford the roofing, we definitely offer financing. We have tons of options from 0% interest for 18 months all the way out to 120 months at 6.99 interest rate, which is probably lower than most mortgage rates.
Yeah.
So we do offer a lot of different financing options for any budget, whether you want a large payment and you want to get it paid off with no interest or something more manageable. We offer those as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Brandon, that's something we can do on the spot too. Like we have applications that we use, and we can let you know within 3 to 5 minutes if you qualify for those as well.
yeah, that's great. I mean, to look at a way to try to save money. I know a lot of families right now are feeling that tax of inflation, that ungodly tax that has been around for the last couple of years now with the new administration. So we're looking at ways to save money, look at ways to maybe leverage a little bit. So if you finance it, maybe you can make payments later. And are there other, in the real estate industry, we talk about these down payment assistance programs, government grants. Are there other options out there for people maybe that are in is it based on, would it be also a question, is it based on income types, income levels?
Yeah, so there are different government programs that we can help homeowners out with. The one that we work closely, it doesn't have anything to do with your income. It more has to do with the age of your home and where your home is located. But that program specifically can almost fund the project of $10,000 you're eligible for. So that's a huge amount of money for the roof, considering the average roof is around $15,000 in the Tampa Bay area.
Yeah.
So when you look at that, it can substantially save a lot of money on there as well. And then if
Yeah.
those programs don't work out for you and we have to revert back to some of our financing options, the nice thing is, too, we can also pre-qualify homeowners as well through our website, throofing.com. And when you visit that, you can actually pre-qualify to see if you're able or approved to achieve any of our financing.
throofing.com is the website. And I want to get into the different types of roofing and what you're seeing most as well. Before we do, I want to talk a little bit about this story that just came out, Breitbart News. I was looking at this morning. The U.S. economy is still generating lots of jobs despite inflation, is the title. The job market is tighter than ADP thinks. That's the ADP is the huge payroll company. The Federal Reserve is extremely concerned about the imbalance between supply and demand in the labor market. Despite the decline in payroll growth reported by ADP and the decline in job openings reported out of the Labor Department, our central bankers are unlikely to find much consolation in this week's data. All right, so here's the data. The ADP National Employment Report showed private sector payrolls rising by 145,000. That's coming in low, below the expectations of 200,000 jobs. The prior month's estimate, which was already an upside surprise at 242,000, was revised up to 261,000. The January figure had already been revised up from the initial estimate of 106,000 to 119,000. This gives us a 3-month average of 175,000 jobs in the first quarter. Now, here's a quote from one of the economists, Neela Richardson. Our March payroll data is one of several signals that the economy is slowing, said Richardson, ADP's chief economist. Employers are pulling back from a year of strong hiring and pay growth after a 3-month plateau is inching down. So, it's first of all, I just want to say that there's a lack in trust now with the government, some of these different institutions, the Labor Department, of course, the CDC in different places. But when you think about this trend, they're not hitting these estimates. So when companies don't hit their estimates, it's known as a bad thing. Their stocks plummet. So I think we are trending down. I think it's a problem. And of course, even with OPEC kind of looping in oil into this, because oil is a driver of almost everything, being delivered on ships and trucks. OPEC saying that they're going to decrease the amount of deliverables as far as oil goes. I think our economy is heading in a bad direction. Are you seeing that on your side? What are you seeing on your?
Yeah, so I mean, right now we're seeing this. I would say I don't know if it's necessarily like a downturn. I mean, we're definitely seeing a lot of homeowners that need our services. They need roofing. It is an essential service here in Florida.
Yep.
It's something you've got to have. You've got to have that inspection. You've got to have that re-roof to even get insurance on your home.
Right.
So, and that's kind of where it goes back to where homeowners might feel that pressure from inflation because roofing gets more and more expensive every year. Like, my goodness, like how am I going to afford it? And that's where you can have some of those tools where you can do the financing. That's going to be very helpful. Or those government grant programs that we can help and assist you with doing.
Right.
And those are some of the ways that we can get creative as well. Another thing is, too, when you give a homeowner a peace of mind is that there's no money down with us, right? So we can get your project started, and then you don't pay till it's completed. So at least you know that when you do get a total home roof, it's going to get completed, or else we don't get paid.
Yeah, and that's something to be cautious of out there, folks. We've heard over the years doing this show, almost 10 years now on air, we've had different scenarios where contractors or even home inspectors have said, hey, look out for some of these contractors. They'll come out, they'll ask for a 50% deposit, and then you won't see that person again because, hey, I got 50% of the money, and I don't even have to show up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, we hear that a lot. We've definitely heard that in Southwest Florida a lot as well, as you might have these fly-by-night contractors that just come into town and kind of profiteer off the hurricane.
Yep.
You see that in Tampa as well. So anytime you have any contractor for any trade, specifically roofing, I wouldn't pay anything over 5 or 10%. And personally, I wouldn't want to pay anything until that job is completed.
Yeah.
There's no reason a roofer shouldn't be able to pay for supplies and have his labor arranged to come out there and do your project, complete it within 1 to 3 days, and then collect. They shouldn't need any down payment whatsoever. Now, look, I don't know about that for all trades. I can only speak for roofing. But I can tell you right now, that's how we do business, and it's the right way.
Yeah, and even somebody said 5 to 10% small. Sign of good faith. Hey, give us $1,000. The job's going to cost $10,000. That sounds reasonable.
Correct.
And especially for a reputable company like Total Home Roofing. Talk a little bit about that. The scale of your company, the size, and how long you guys been in business, because you are one of the leaders.
Yeah, we are definitely one of the leaders in the industry. I mean, we're the largest residential re-roofer in the state of Florida. So when the home we specialize in when you already have a roof, we come in there and we remove it, replace it with a brand new one, and build it up to code. So that's what our specialty is. We don't do new construction. We stay in our lane and we do what we're great at. Now we have markets. We have offices in all the big major cities of Florida. The only planets we really kind of don't cover is the Panhandle. But as long as it's Orlando, Jacksonville, Brevard, Treasure Coast, Southwest Florida, and of course here in Tampa, we are able to service homeowners within 24 hours. We can get you a quote. Awesome.
I love it. All right, coming back more with Logan Briggs, Total Home Roofing on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Plus, attorney Millie Thanison coming up next as well. Feel good story of the day. We got a good one here. Mom alters her old prom dress for 5-year-old to wear to daddy-daughter dance. Awesome story coming up. Feel good story of the day. More on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey, I'm Ken Shamrock, and you're here with Consumer Quarterback Show. And I say, Brandon Rhymes, Knock out your competition.
Online at consumerqb.com.
Hey, we appreciate you hanging out with us here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. We really do. You know, it really makes our day. We had an uptick in calls last week, people calling into the hotline and supporting the show, 727-263-3707. We really love those calls, and it really makes our day. When you reach out and you support the show, support the local economy by supporting the Consumer Quarterback Show, 727-263-3707. So all you have to do is send a call or a text message to that number, and we'll put you in touch with our 80 different categories, over 50 different show partners here with the Consumer Quarterback Show, helping you win in any marketplace, making you more street smart, as we say. ConsumerQB.com is the website as well, online at ConsumerQB.com. And we always like to feature our real estate listings, and it's part of our strategy to help sellers profit more and sell faster. 4404 Orient Road is one of our commercial listings. We've got commercial, vacant land, of course, and residential properties. This one is 4404 Orient Road in Tampa, 6,000 square foot building, well-built office building here. Close to the casino in Tampa. You got 5 units that are currently leased, so fully leased out. Ample parking, recently updated interior, great investment opportunity at 4404 Orient Road in Tampa, Florida, one of our hot real estate listings from the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. And we have some vacant land at 2817 Gulf City Road. This is land to build on. So attention builders, developers, this is a great opportunity. You got 23 acres of land, and it's raw land that could be developed. Imagine putting townhomes, condos, waterfront docks on that land, bay access. I mean, you're waterfront there. You've got access to the Gulf of Mexico. You're deep water fishing, inside of 15 to 20 minutes. 2817 Gulf City Road, Ruskin, Florida, Hillsborough County. You can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com.
This is God's country.
All right, Logan Briggs in the house. Total Home Roofing, top roofing company here in Tampa Bay. Number 1 in re-roofs, you said.
Yes, sir. Number
That's
1
awesome.
in Florida, 12th in the country.
12th in the country. Wow, that's some
Sir.
serious volume, man.
Yeah, we built a lot of roofs, around 8,000 a year.
Wow, that's
it's
tremendous.
incredible.
Really awesome volume. Well, on that note, like, what are you seeing, like, supply chain wise? How is that affecting you guys? And because you hear different things in the news, and we talk to our restaurant partners. Of course, there's different supplies there. What are you seeing in terms of roofing?
Yeah, roofing, we've been pretty stable in the sense of shingles are in the market. Now, if you want some specialty colors or you might want a different pattern, there could be a little bit of a wait on that. But nothing that's substantial, maybe 2 or 3 weeks at the most. But all the standard colors we have an exclusive membership with Owens Corning. So all of our colors are available to us at all the time. We're not worried about that. We're what we call first off the truck. So our customers get the first and the best choices on colors.
Nice, awesome, I like it. And you typically have 3 choices, right? Well, you got shingles, you got tile roof, and you got some type of metal.
Yeah,
typically
some sheet metal. And what we're seeing is probably about 60% to 70% of our business is shingle. We're there 3 days out. Some tile jobs that we do, that's probably around 10 to 15% of our business. That's probably maybe about a week to 2 week long project. So it's a little bit longer. And then metal is about a week long project, I would say. And that's probably about 10 to 15% of our
Which
business.
do you like best?
Shingle. Yeah, it's just got a great value for homeowners.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be doing so much to your roof by bringing it up to code.
Yep.
Especially for roofs that are 15 plus years old, right? If your roof is 15 plus years old, you need to be reaching out for a free roof inspection.
Right.
There's no doubt. Whether your insurance company is going to start to increase your premium or they're going to just straight out drop you and not renew you, regardless, you need to start budgeting and getting in the market for the roof, because one way or another, you're going to be getting a new one.
Yeah.
So I love shingle because it's a 1 to 3 day process of getting it replaced. It's very easy. It's going to bring the most value to your home. It's going to last anywhere between 15 to 20 years, depending on what the insurance companies act like. But our roofs are all designed to last 25 years. So as long as we build the roof up to code, we actually go above code. So by doing that, we're kind of preparing our homeowners for when they do change code again or make the building code tighter, their home already is qualified for that. So they don't see the increase in premiums.
Yeah. And one of the things to make sure too is that when your contractor comes out, you want to really check that underlayment, right? Because
Yeah.
sometimes they'll just try to just do it a cheaper way, don't replace the wood,
Right.
but that can really come back to bite you later.
Yeah, any licensed contractor in Florida should absolutely be inspecting the wood decking, right? It's Florida, right? We have a ton of moisture here. There's going to be wood that's going to be replaced. Go ahead and understand that that's going to happen. We are always going to remove rotten or damaged wood. It's something we take our pride in. We know we don't want to do it. It slows down the job, but it's something we have to do.
Yeah.
And we want to make sure we do that because you don't want to get a brand new, beautiful roof and put it on rotted wood.
Right.
That's not good for anybody because we don't want to come back out and fix it if we do that. So one of the things that we'll do is we'll do a complete inspection of the decking. And then at that point, we're going to re-nail the decking too, which is very, very important. Because right now, your decking's nailed about every 12 inches to the trusses. We're going to re-nail it every 6 inches. And by doing that, we're going to bring the decking up to 130 mile an hour wind rating or Category 3 hurricane. So that's going to give you discounts on your homeowner's insurance. And then on top of that, we only put down peel and stick underlayment. Peel and stick underlayment is a water repellent material. So it's like a rubber membrane.
Yep.
It's almost a roofing system within itself.
Right.
It can be literally sit outside in the rain of Florida for 9 months and still be warranted.
Right.
But that's what we put underneath the shingles. And that's so important because when you put a secondary water barrier, you're going to get an discount from your insurance too, up to 5%. So by doing that, you're going to have the best roofing system with the best with most likely the best ability to get the best insurance premium as well by doing that. And the nice thing about that is when you put that on there versus some of the other underlayments that homeowners that other contractors might offer, which is like felt, which is
The
like
old school felt.
glorified construction paper maybe.
Yep.
And then, then they do the synthetic that they call, which is kind of like a plastic bag that you might just get at Publix.
Yep.
Right? So that's why we only do peel and stick underlayment because it is the best.
It really is, yeah. Peel and stick is going to help you. It's going to save you a lot of time, effort, and energy in the long run. And think about the insurance side of this. This is something to consider. A lot of people are getting canceled, non-renewals based on their roof. So this is something you want to consider. Total Home Roofing, throofing.com. Logan Briggs, longtime friend of the program here, local economy, support the local economy by supporting Logan and his team. Logan, final thought, back to you.
Yes, sir. Look, let's get ahead of it. I know it's dry now, but it's not going to stay dry forever. Get that roof inspection. It's free. We can do it within 24 hours. Call us today, 813-599-0428.
Yep, and reach out to the hotline, of course, as well if you can't get them there. And those summer monsoons are coming, and it's like every afternoon from 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, on for 2 or 3 hours, and it's going to hit soon. So, Logan, thanks for coming in. Great content. So appreciate the information for our listeners out there.
Thanks, Brandon. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. Attorney Milia Thanison coming up next here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. Please make sure to send him all of your real estate deals and subscribe to the Consumer Quarterback Show podcast on iTunes and Spotify, or check out our YouTube channel. Have a blessed day.
Together